Okay, so that when you open your file, you are going to be in PowerPoint, or you can also use Google Slides. A lot of the backgrounds are embedded and they cannot be changed, but that means the fonts will be matched for you and the pictures cannot be changed on a lot of the slides. However, the fonts that are not going to be matched for you are the editable spaces. PowerPoint will use the fonts that you have already installed, or if you want to use the ones I use, I provide a link where you can download them for free. So this is a great way to preview the month of November before you get started, and then at the end of the month, come back and review. These boxes are for typing student names and their birthdays, which is just a really fun way to keep track of November birthdays. And then these are our morning meeting slides. In November, I started to include 5 funny jokes, so you can do like one each week, or maybe one each day if you do like a joke week. Um, and then these slides, I just do one each day and then we discuss as a class. And then we move on to calendar. So to then move on to calendar, you can click this calendar button, depending on if you're a Mac or PC. You can open the hyperlink and it will take you directly to the calendar. So this is what the calendar looks like. All these pieces can be dragged and dropped. Make sure you're in edit or regular mode of PowerPoint. And I know that I am because I can see these slides on the side like this. If you're in present mode or slideshow mode, which is up here, if you're in one of these modes, the pieces are not going to be movable. So make sure you can see the slides over here so you know you're in edit mode. If you do not want your students to see these slides over here, you just have to click and you can make them a lot smaller. So if you are on the calendar and you want your students just to focus on this slide, come over here and make these really small over on the side. And then using your mouse, you can make the calendar even larger to take up your whole screen. So this calendar can be used year after year because you can drag and drop the pieces wherever you want. Then if it's like a student birthday, you can drag and drop that over the calendar pieces. You move a piece and then you want to put it back or it was an accident, just click Command Z and it will put it back for you. Same if you accidentally, like if I accidentally deleted that slide but I want to bring it back, just click Command Z and it will come right back. If you're having trouble like lining up the pieces, I have found sometimes if they're being stubborn, you can like zoom in a little and then you can place them where you want. So that is helpful. If you then go on, you can sing the song. So I love that the songs are included for each month. And so by the end of the month, all your students will be able to spell November. To play the song, just click the highlight box like this and then press play.
November.
And then we move on to weather. Weather looks like this. Again, just click the sound box, click play.
What's the weather?
And then you can drag and drop this piece over what the weather's like and then type here. Again, this font will not be matched for you. It will use your installed fonts. Then we move on to your weather graph. You can drag and drop these pieces and then add to it each day. And then this part is really important. Since the weather graph and the calendar, you're going to want to save that each day so you can add to it. Once you get to this slide each morning, you're going to want to go to File and then Save. That way, tomorrow when you open the calendar, your pieces are still in place. After this slide, you do not need to save it again because you want your pieces to go back to their regular spot each day. So only save the file when you get here to this slide, and then after you finish the remaining slides, you can just click out of it so all the pieces are back. So today is, if today was Monday, you can say yesterday was Sunday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. You can play your days of the week song right here. And then if today was Monday, then on the next slide, we would play the Monday song.
Today is Monday.
Which is super fun for students. On this slide, you can type the date. So for example, I might say Monday, November 1st. So students can see what that looks like. If for some reason it's going like this, all you have to do is drag and drop or drag and pull it out so you have more space to type. In the year, you can say 2021. And then this box is just so students can see like the date written in another way. Here we sing the months of the year every day. This is a great slide to check in to see how your students are feeling each day. You can play this song.
How do you feel today.
And then you can kind of poll your class and say, like, who feels excited today? And if 4 students raise their hand, you just type 4 and you can go across the board. And it's just a great way to learn how to put words to how you're feeling each day. And then you can even type in the box, let's say, Hudson feels excited today. And that's great sentence frame to do each day. Here we are practicing how many days we've been in school. So the first thing I do is I might type in the box if we've been in school for 51 days. I would then drag this to odd, and then you can drag and drop these pieces to show 51. And then, and see, this is why you want all your pieces to go back each day. That way you don't have to drag and drop them back. That's why I say do not save after this point. So then one more would be 52, one less would be 50. Here it's the same thing. You want to drag and drop these pieces to show 51. So I would drag out 5 of these. And again, if you're going slower, you can always zoom in if you want them to match up exactly. And then let's see, to show a 1, I would drag this out and then drag 1 here. Now, say for some reason, I have it formatted so it should work, but let's just say for some reason, your dot is going behind this 10 frame. See how it's now not showing up above the 10 frame. All you have to do is click on the dot and then click up here and say bring to front. And then you can drag and drop this over here. Then this is going to say 51. Then we are counting by 10. So each day, all we do is sing the song.
10, 20, 30.
You can have students come up and point. Same with counting by 5s. In November, we are practicing one more, one last. So you can play your song.
Let's play a game.
And then type in the boxes. So let's say you ask the students, 1 more than 5 is, and then they can make the turkey hop up the number line. And this is just a great way for students to become familiar with number lines and 1 more, 1 less. So this is the exact same on the 1 less slide. Then on the cornucopia, so each day you can just drag however many pieces you want to each cornucopia. And then the students, you guys can count and say, okay, this one has 1, 2, 3, this one has 2. So you'd say this cornucopia has more. And you can always change the size of the circle as well. Then for shapes, this is a great slide to practice attributes. And I love it because you can enlarge the shape and then you can even move the arrows like to point to the sides. You can move the arrows to point to the corners and then come over here and type each day. And you can do like one shape each day and then repeat week after week. So students really get comfortable using that. And it's the same with the 3D solids. For finish the pattern, I drag and drop the first few shapes and then students try to figure out how to finish that. For today's letter, this is editable. So if you were saying the letter today is C, okay, which picture do we drag and drop? Again, you can do 1 or 2 each day. Same with sounding out the CVC words. This is great. If you drag and drop any picture, this would be pop. Then you could just type in the letters. And then down here on the turkey sight words, you can type a sight word here and then have the students read to you. And you can do as many as you'd like each day. For this slide, it's really fun to have students build a silly turkey. And I love this slide for using words like, first, I would like to add yellow feathers. And then the students can be doing this, or they can be telling you what to do to drag and drop. And then they need to say next, because this is number 2, next I'd like to add a blue body. And so then they can drag a blue body. Then I would like to add a red head. So you can go throughout, and the students absolutely love this. You can take turns, do it as many as you'd like. And again, once you click out of the slideshow, tomorrow when you open it back up, all the pieces will be back in place for you, which is really helpful. And then the last slide down here, you can take your hot lunch and cold lunch count each day.